I'm the Director of Travel Initiatives at Adventure Cycling Association.
And when did you first get involved with adventure cycling?
I've been working at Adventure Cycling for over 8 years.
And you have headed up, or do you still head up, the United States Bicycle Route System?
Yeah, I coordinate the U.S. Bicycle Route System on behalf of AASHTO. It is an AASHTO project, meaning state departments of transportation nominate interstate bike routes to be designated that way with numbers. And as bicycle travel experts, Adventure Cycling Association is a partner with AASHTO to provide technical assistance to the state and local partners.
When did you become involved with as a coordinator?
Well, at first we just provided staff support to a task force within AASHTO, and then once the National Corridor Plan was approved by the AASHTO Board of Directors in 2008, I began providing coordination efforts and technical assistance to the partners.
And describe your job in that regard.
So essentially, there's a National Corridor Plan that links all 49 states, including Alaska and the District of Columbia. And these are corridors where a bike route might already exist or be developed. And so they include the Adventure Cycling Route Network, the Mississippi River Trail, the East Coast Greenway, and as many local trails, greenways, and bike routes that we could include in our initial inventory. Once we had this kind of inventory, we began drawing lines and creating these corridors. And now what we do is when a DOT or a trail advocate or a bicycling advocate wants to work on specifically designating one of those corridors, we step in and help provide templates, resolutions of support. We provide assistance in how to get the DOT or maybe local transportation or trail groups on board. We identify stakeholders. We coordinate meetings between all the groups, and we just try to help usher the project along through all its hills, valleys, challenges, and successes.
What have been some of the successes?
Well, actually, just 2 new U.S. bike routes were just designated last weekend. So we have almost 6,000 miles of designated routes in the U.S. Bicycle Route System. 2 routes that were just designated are U.S. Bike Route 23 through the center part. It's a north-south route through the center part of Tennessee, and U.S. Bike Route 50, which is also known as the National Park Service's C&O Canal Towpath Trail. And when U.S. Bike Route 50 gets completely designated, and by the way, it goes right through the heartland of Indiana,
yes.
That route will actually connect Washington, D.C. to San Francisco. So it's just a very exciting route because along with Maryland's C&O Canal section, Ohio is going to be designating their route in the spring, and we hope Indiana is prepared to designate their route here within the next year. With that, Indiana kind of sits in the hotbed of activity for the U.S. Bike Route System because 2 years ago, Michigan designated U.S. Bike Route 35, which goes along the Lake Michigan shoreline. And Hoosier Rails to Trails, of course, helped identify and has helped draft and identify a bike route, U.S. Bike Route 35, all the way north-south through Indiana. So we're really hoping that the DOT can find a way to get that route designated within the next year as well. Ultimately, we want to complete the routes all the way around Lake Michigan, and so that would be 35 in Michigan, 36 in northern Indiana, 37 through the lakeshore part of Illinois and Wisconsin, and it will connect via U.S. Bike Route 10 in the UP of Michigan. So we'd like to see that all those designations happen within the next several years, and we're working very strategically with each state to get that work done.
Thank you very much, Ginny,
Thanks,
for your
Richard.
time and effort on all
Yeah.
of this.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Take care.